Okay, hi, welcome to Tabloid Junk. I'm TJ and you are awesome. And I mean that with a big hug because I just looked at my subscription count this morning and realized that I've just cracked 7,000, and I know that in YouTube terms that's like, you know, a drop in the ocean, but I feel super duper excited, especially seeing I feel like I just cracked the 6,000 mark like a month ago. So I'm glad that these videos I'm making are actually, you know, people like them. So that's great. I'm so glad. And I used to, before I had a job, every time someone would subscribe, I'd send them a little message and say thank you. And I haven't been doing that because I've been so busy with my 9 to 5. So if you've subscribed in the last like month or something and I didn't send you a message, thank you. Thank you, I really appreciate it. So welcome to Tabloid Junk. And today, of course, we need to talk about the Video Music Awards. Now, this is not a full VMA recap, but I really just wanted to talk about Lady Gaga, of course. But I need to, of course, talk a little bit about Miley Cyrus and a little bit about Katy Perry. Now, Miley Cyrus, okay, the performance itself was everything you'd expect. It was just Miley with her tongue out, twerking for the whole time, but I'm really confused about her voice. Like, what the fuck happened to her voice? The first time that she sang that song live was on Jimmy Kimmel Live a couple of months ago, and she had laryngitis, right? So you'd think maybe the vocal wasn't that good. She sang the shit out of that song and it was so good. I haven't heard her do a good performance of it since. What's up with that girl's voice? VMAs, she sounded like crap. And I mean, we appreciate the fact that she wasn't lip syncing, but she sounded like shit. And the track was edited down so that the one high note in the whole song was edited out. So what's going on, Miley? I did love her outfit though. She was surrounded like by all these giant oversized teddy bears, which was fun. And then her outfit was just like this unitard thing with a bear face on it, and its ears were her little titties. It was all very classy. And then of course we have to talk about Katy Perry, because she closed the show performing right under the Brooklyn Bridge. The staging and the backdrop and everything looked awesome. She was in like this boxing ring motif. Now, okay, before we get on to the performance itself, the song Raw. Now I understand that it's like shit hot right now and it's like her most successful song she's ever had. I'm not sure why. Okay, I hated her first song. What was that? I kissed a girl and I liked it. Okay, it wasn't too bad. I didn't love it. But like, she's had some really cool songs. Like, I loved Firework. Baby, yeah, Firework and Last Friday Night. I mean, that was fucking awesome. Teenage Dream. Like, she's had some real fun, awesome tracks. But this Raw, I don't love it. I don't get it. Like, I don't really get why it's so successful. And the only thing I can think of is that it's got that thing going through it where it's kind of like it sticks in your head. Like, you listen to it once and then like you keep listening to it in your head for like 6 hours. So I think because it's like, it's catchy and it sticks in your head, I think that's why it's doing so well. I don't think it's better than all her other songs. I mean, I don't know that much. But anywho, okay, so the performance was good. Like, I liked the way she was in the boxing ring and like she had the outfit going on and the hair was all kind of, you know, out of her face and stuff. I do miss the blue wig, I have to say. The dancing and the staging was good. Her voice was pretty good. I mean, I've heard some good and some bad performances from her, but that wasn't too bad. She did rely a little bit on the backing track, but they all kind of do that. I mean, she wasn't lip syncing, don't get me wrong, but she was singing like live to track. If you want to know what that is, I made a video on my vlog channel like a month ago called Lip Syncing the Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and I dissect what all the different kind of versions of lip syncing or live are. Anywho, link below to that. What was I talking about? Okay, so I like the staging, I like the dancing, and what I loved about the performance was the ending. It was so triumphant. Like, she's got her hands up in the air and her dancers are holding up signs, game over. Now, I don't know, okay, so game over could mean several things. You could interpret it that, okay, it's the end of the show. It's the end of the VMA show. Game over means like the end. But what I interpret it as being is, okay, so Gaga and Katy Perry, they both put their songs out at the same time. They're both kind of like comeback singles, and like the blogosphere, if you will, are kind of pitting them against each other. Like, it's Gaga versus Katy Perry, and like, it's, you know, one of them has to win, one of them has to lose. And I love the fact that like Katy Perry has won because like her single is super duper successful, and I kind of took that triumphant arms in the air game over as meaning like, I beat you down, Gaga, I beat you down, bitch. But anyway, let's talk about Gaga, because no, I've told you about 6 million times, I'm a little monster. I'm a Lady Gaga fan, and I know that when you say you're a fan of somebody, by default you're supposed to like everything they do and defend everything they do, and I don't do that. Like, I happy to criticize Gaga when she does some weird dumb shit, but I'm also really happy to praise her when I like what she's doing. And this song, Applause, I love it. I really love it. I think it's way better than Katy Perry's song. But anyway, the performance of it. So this is the first time she's performed it, and you know, it's the first time she's performed since she cancelled her tour like way back in the beginning of this year. Loved the performance. It was in sections, and it was clever. And I mean, she said she's been rehearsing for like ages for it. The very beginning where she's kind of in that white framed hat thing, I thought that must have been like a video screen, like a pre-recorded thing, and then I realized that it was like live. And then she was singing live, which, you know, we always, well, she claims never to lip sync, but she sort of relies on the backing track a lot. She did a little bit in this performance, but not too bad. Anyway, I love the different sections of the performance. I love the way that that white kind of nun's outfit came off, and then I loved it when, like, leading into the first chorus, when she became the Fame Gaga. Blue, big giant shoulder pads, short skirt, and the bangs, the blonde bob with bangs. I was just like, oh my god, I missed that bitch. That's the bitch that I fell in love with way back in 2009. That's the Gaga I love. Like, I've liked all the incarnations of Gaga, if you will. They've all been fun, they've all been unique, but she just brought out both of my favorites tonight. So there was that, and then she switched into like the Gaga with the yellow hair, and I was just like, oh my god, I love the yellow hair. I've always loved the yellow hair on Gaga, always. And then off came that, and then out came like the new Gaga with the big giant like lion mane hair and the little shells on her titties. It was all just so cool. I'm like really looking forward to her new album. Can't wait for that. Did I miss anything out about the performance? I don't think so. Oh, I love it. You know, at the very beginning when she's got the white square thing on, there's like these boos, like, boo, yeah, noises. It was part of the track. Like the whole point that she's trying to, like, the boos versus the applause, and like people on Twitter started going nuts. Oh my god, Gaga got booed, like as if it wasn't part of the act. Gaga put out like it's called a short film. It was only like 50 seconds long about a week or two ago, and it was called Lady Gaga Is Over, a film by House of Gaga. And it was basically just like Gaga making fun of herself / her critics, and it was like that and if you watch that, then you'll understand why the boos were at the beginning of this performance. But anyway, all in all, loved it. But I want to know what you thought of course, Gaga, but the VMAs in general, and Miley Cyrus and Katy Perry specifically. So comments below. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for subscribing and making me feel like I'm not a complete weirdo for sitting here and talking to myself on camera like this. Glad I'm not the only weirdo. So thumbs up and all that jazz that you do. You know the drill. And Facebook and Twitter. And I'm going now because I keep talking at you. Okay, bye.
Ooh, it's so thick and salty.